this is called the show. If you didn't know, this is called the show.
Shoo. Hey. Shoo. I know in a bit.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking house? Ooh, Barracuda. Ooh.
Ladies.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the show. My name is Elizabeth Meza, and I'm back. So that show yesterday was kind of crazy, wasn't it, with the guests that I had, the Black Hand. They were a little bit out of control. I wanted to talk to them a little more about the things that they were trying to discuss, but then I was like, I better not. I better just kind of wrap it because then it would have gone into being a longer show. Have you guys worked out today? What have you done? Today, I think we decided it was going to be, did we decide on, no, we said it was going to be Training Thursday, but I think that's Training Tuesday. So we have to come up with a name for Thursday. I'm on a roll. I've been working out. I've been doing pretty good so far. I've been going to the gym and I've been doing a little bit of like jogging on the treadmill because I find that's a little bit easier than having to do it outside. When you do it outside, it's a lot harder. It's not as easy as it is, on the treadmill. So it makes it a lot easier. And trying to get my stamina up so I can work my way up to doing it outside. What else have I done? I think that's about it. Just like the workout. That's all I'm doing right now, just the workout. And I'm going to introduce my guest in a few minutes. Everybody knows Lo. What am I thinking? Okay, so you guys can, as you can see, I must have, I'm trying to say like everybody loves Lo. You know what? I'm just going to bring you in right now. I was going to play a song, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to bring you in.
Hey, that's not a bad thing because everybody does love Lo. At least I feel like that.
I know. I don't know why I was thinking everybody loves Lo. It's like everybody knows Lo. How did you come up with that name?
Well, I was coming out of Mr. Chow in about 2009, and I was
That's
eating
when
dinner.
that shit was popping.
It was when it was super popping.
Yeah.
And I used to be in a group with Tommy Hilfiger's son called Young, Rich, and Famous. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Rich Hilfiger. But we were coming out of Mr. Chow.
Yeah.
And I walked out, and the guy was trying to talk to me, but I forgot something, so I walked back in the restaurant.
Right.
And while I was inside, Tommy was talking to the paparazzi, and the guy was like, "Who is that?" He was like, "You don't know Lo? Everybody knows Lo." And I kind of took that and ran with it because before that I was like a LL Cool J fan, so
yeah.
I had named myself Young Lo or Young LO, and it stood for Young Ladies Obsession because I just felt like I was going to be like this sex symbol guy. But after I kind of watched the video and a couple people told me, "Yo, you should take that and run with it. Like you do know everybody in the game, like that fits you. It's more of a brand." So I decided to change my name to Everybody Knows Lo.
And you're tall. How tall are you? 6'8"?
I'm 6'8".
That's really tall.
A former basketball player.
Who did you play for?
Well, I've only played up until I graduated high school. But my stepdad played in the NBA for the Chicago Bulls in 91, 92 championship team. And, we kind of fell out. And I took a turn and was like, you know what? I don't want to go that way. That's your legacy. I'm going to go create my own legacy. And I got into music. Started from the bottom, became somebody's assistant, and kind of just worked my way up till I kind of figured out what I was doing.
So, speaking of, like you said, you started from the bottom. Anybody that is listening that wants to get into the music business, like what would be your recommendation, advice to them? Because, a lot of like young kids right now, they like want to just dive in and they think they can just go in and record and then it's like, boom, it's there. But it doesn't happen that way.
Some situations happen like that.
Yeah.
But my best suggestion would be to figure out where you want to be in the music industry, whether it be artist, producer, writer, and just find somebody that you can get up underneath and learn as much as you possibly can. Like, I got in the game at 17, 18.
Wow.
And I'm way older than that now. And it took me a while to kind of just grasp the things that were going on. I watched a lot of people make mistakes that I learned from and kind of helped me to better excel in my career.
How old are you now?
I'm 31.
You're not that much older.
Not that much, but
yeah. When you said you're much older, I'm thinking you're going to say like 40 something.
Well, I meant it in terms of
from 17
the kids.
to like
Like I'm much older than I was then, and from the wave that's going on right now, everybody is really like 17 to like 24.
I know. It's like these days, like the kids are like so much older now. It's like
Yeah.
they want to grow up too fast, like way too fast. I have to say, you know, that song that you sent me, the new song that you have.
McFlurry.
Yeah. My son plays the shit out of that song.
He loves it. I'm glad.
Yeah, like he likes that song a lot. So when he first sent it to me, I listened to it and I was like, I like it a lot. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, I'm feeling the song. My son was in Vegas at the time. He was in Vegas. He went to go see Little Yachty.
Okay.
So he went to go see Little Yachty in Vegas, and I forwarded it to him. I was like, what do you think of this song? You know, this is like after I had listened to it because I liked it.
Gave me the cosign.
Yeah, and he was like, I like it. He's like, who is he? Who is he? He's like, Mom, he goes, I really like this song a lot. And he plays the song a lot. He loves it.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So that song, like what was the, like when you do songs, do you have like anybody, you know, that like any inspiration or somebody that you do your lyrics after, like an experience in life?
Not necessarily. Most of the time, to be honest with you, I go in and I wing it however I'm feeling that day. So I have good days, I have bad days. Some days I go in there and I try to record for like an hour and it's not really cutting and I'll just leave. Like I'm a vibe person. I got to feel it. The beat has to be right. If I feel something, that's actually what it is. I pull from the beat.
Yeah.
If you play the track and something I can attach it to that's in my life, then boom, I'm on a roll. And
you just like spit.
Yeah, I don't write. I just go in and do everything line for line or like 4 bars at a time.
Wow,
and I record myself.
You do? Do you have a studio at home or do you?
I have a home studio,
Wow.
but I think I did this song at Paramount. I was like on a 72-hour session with Murder Beats. And we were just kind of locked in and we just kept going, switching from studio to studio. And I think it was probably about 10 a.m. And Rich just popped up on us. He said, what y'all working on? Man, I'm trying to come up with a hook for this beat. He said, man, turn the mic on. Let me just go in. He went in, did his verse, did his hook.
So he wasn't even a plan?
No, he just happened to walk into the studio. He came in, cut his hook, cut his verse, and went to the airport and flew out of town.
That's crazy because my son knows who that is. You know, it's like as soon as he's like, Mom, he's like, he was really? And I was like, what do you mean really? He goes, I love that guy's music. He's like, I know who that is.
Yeah, Rich is popping right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rich the Kid. New Freezer just dropped today.
That's crazy. All right, so we're going to play your song right now that you sent to me.
Let's go.
Look at my wrist and McFlurry. I put the coupe through surgery. I'm with a bitch, she perfect. Counting the money inside. Straight from the bottom, got paper. I put my crib on some acres. My Gucci's no cut with no laces. Don't sip out my cup, it's the Lakers. Look at my wrist and McFlurry. I put the coupe through surgery. I'm with a bitch, she perfect. Counting the money inside. Straight from the bottom, got paper. I put my crib on some acres. My Gucci's no cut with no laces. Don't sip out my cup, it's the Lakers. Yeah. Money all over the crib. Fendi all over my bed. Hold your feet on my couch. You fucking up the hurt man. Ran sitters with the Saint Laurent. Probably smoke what you make them run. Half fiend got a laser on it, so I dare a nigga try to take some. Still a fool with the act. Mr. Perk with the batch. Richard Millie with the. Man, yeah, my wrist 600 racks. Still spinning out the shoebox. Time fours and some tool socks. Power trap and get an A-mix. Got all the work with no paycheck. Look at my wrist and McFlurry. I put the coupe through surgery. I'm with a bitch, she perfect. Counting the money inside it. Straight from the bottom, got paper. I put my crib on some acres. My Gucci's don't cut with no laces. Don't sip out my cup, it's the Lakers. Look at my wrist and McFlurry. I put the coupe through surgery. I'm with a bitch, she perfect. Counting the money inside it. Straight from the bottom, got paper. I put my crib on some acres. My Gucci's don't cut with no laces. Don't sip out my cup, it's the Lakers. I bought a new crib. You put that bitch in a new whip. I bought a new wrist. Pull up, made back, that's a new six. Foreign, she doing Pilates. Bitches they fucking in the lobby. I just made ball in my hobby. And mention my pockets just sloppy. I bought a Billy truck. They keep on calling, I can't even pick it up. My wrist is McFlurry up. Caught me the coupe and I went to go chop it up. I gotta keep flexing. These niggas still mad, I think it's my necklace. The money for breakfast. My cup is still purple, you ain't fucking with Texas. Look at my wrist and McFlurry. I put the coupe through surgery. I'm with a bitch, she perfect. Counting the money is early. Straight from the bottom, got paper. I put my crib on some acres. My Gucci don't come with no laces. Don't sip up my cup, it's the Lakers. Look at my wrist and McFlurry. I put the coupe through surgery. I'm with a bitch, she perfect. Counting the money is early. Straight from the bottom, got paper. I put my crib on some acres. My Gucci don't come with no laces. Don't sip up my cup, it's the Lakers.
You're listening to the show. My name is Elizabeth Mesa, and I am back with Everybody Knows Low.
What's good?
You know what? I really like the beat of that song.
Thank you. Shout out to Murder Beats. It's probably the number one producer in the game right now.
It's great.
Touching everything.
Yeah, it's like my son's like dancing. So let's talk about your album that's coming out.
My EP was album / EP. It's called Everybody Knows Low. It's self-entitled.
So, when you do like album / EP or LP, like what's the difference? Like,
I called it an EP because it's only going to be 8 to 9 songs.
Yeah.
And I feel like an album is really more like 12 to 14.
Okay.
So I called it an EP to just stay away from the mixtape lane.
Right.
Because mixtapes are cool, but I want to put it up. I want my stuff on iTunes. I want you to be able to go find it.
Yeah.
Without having to search the web. So
when is it going to come out?
I'm looking at probably about 30 to 45 days from now. I'll have an exact date this week. That's when I was coming home from New York, so I kind of set that in stone.
Now, with this, the EP that you have, how did you, so the songs that are in there, how were they inspired, or do you have anybody, like any collaborations with anyone or anyone, featuring?
Yeah, so as of right now, I've got Rich on there, and I've got Chris Brown, who's the head of our label, OHB.
So are you with Chris Brown's label?
Yeah, I'm signed to OHB, and we're also like a collective, sort of like the ASAP or Wu-Tang. It's like a big group of us.
Yeah.
And some of us rap, some of us don't, but it's just like a crew. So OHB stands for a number of things. Our Heavenly Brother, out here balling, out here bracking, only hot girls.
Now, does it depend on the day, like
it
what
just
you wanted
depends on the
to
day
stand
and the
for?
feeling. It definitely does.
So the song that you have with Chris Brown, is it what kind?
The song that I have on the album with Chris is called Stars. It's another up-tempo joint, similar to McFlurry, but a little bit more laid-back ride to it. He's singing on the hook. He does the first verse, and then I come in on the second verse and the bridge.
And then who are the others that you said are in your?
We have Young Black. We've got Loverboy TJ. We got Cinco, we got KP, Spice One, Keys, Rob. Who else? I know I'm probably missing somebody else. Booba, Bobby Love.
So you have quite a bit of people.
It's about a good
there.
30 of us.
Now, how did you come to the LP? Is it something that you've been working on for a while, or were you putting out maybe a single here and there, and then you decided?
I put out 2 mixtapes with the boys.
Yeah.
By boys, I mean OHB. That they did well. They allowed me to open up for Chris on tour overseas for about 30 to 40 shows, which was really great because that was like some of the first shows I ever did. So my first show I did was in front of 80,000 people. I didn't even know I was coming out.
That's crazy.
He was in the middle of his show, and it was going up so much that he sent somebody to come find us. Like, yo, tell the boys they need to get to the stage right now. I'm bringing them out. So I walked out, and I just see it's all standing rooms, 80,000 people in Morocco. So I'm just looking out like, oh my God. But as soon as I was scared at first, but as soon as the beat dropped, I was like, oh, I'm lit.
Which one did you sing?
I performed a song called Socialize, which is on the OHB mixtape.
Okay. And what is that about? Is that like another kind upbeat?
It's like some laid back, it's like a laid back Playboy type of song.
Playboy because what is?
Yeah, we're talking about girls living the life, just basically socializing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much. The song's called Socialize. We're basically just talking about how we socialize. And me, on my verse, I'm talking about the normal, everybody knows little stuff. Girls, partying, fly whips, chains, all the good stuff, you know, the norm.
So you were really nervous, like performing in front of like 80,000 people?
I mean, it was a double-edged sword. I was nervous that I was performing at 80,000 people, and I was nervous that it was the first time I was getting on stage with Chris Brown.